Bloomberg Audio Studios.
Podcasts, radio, news.
You may know the Property Brothers from their popular reality TV series. Well, now the Canadian siblings are embarking on a new venture to invest in entrepreneurs making moves in the housing industry. They're partnering up with Groundbreak Ventures to launch something called the Healthy Home Innovation Fund. The fund hopes to back companies finding innovative solutions that prioritize sustainability, affordability, adaptivity and connectivity in the market. Joining us now for more are the Property Brothers. That's a lot of activities. The Property Brothers themselves, Drew and Jonathan Scott, co-founders of Scott Brothers Global. So tell us about these activities, Drew and Jonathan. What do people want, and how do you give it to them cost effectively?
Well, I think the biggest thing is we're in a period right now where there's so much incredible innovation that is going to transform not only how our homes operate, how we, secure our homes, and also the transacting within a home, whether you're renovating, buying, selling. So we're looking from series to Series A right down to seed. We're looking for any companies that are providing a service or a technology that we think we can get behind and amplify. And that's why we've got a lot of interest from investors who are coming in as well, saying we know there's something here that's got a lot of opportunity to grow, and we're just trying to find something unique that nobody else has touched on yet.
Yeah, the main thing actually is, we're looking to raise $85 million, and that's just to be able to purchase and renovate Michael Jordan's house. That was the main reason for the fund. No, aside from that, I think, like John was saying, for us, we've always put family first, and we're really interested in finding ways to make homes more affordable, have the home work for people instead of them having to work so hard to afford to live where they are. So whether we're looking at sustainability or adaptivity or connectivity, there are so many ways for us to bring new innovation to the market and then utilize our face and our brand, which is a household name when it comes to home renovation and design, to really help these new companies scale up. And I'm excited. This is a new venture for us. So that's why we look for the best of the best partners with Groundbreak.
For sure. Well, you're looking to raise $85 million and put that to work. And I mean, there must be so many candidates out there working on solutions for the home, for example, and not just the big players that we all know. Why would they, not to be rude, but why would they need seed money at this point if it's something that can generate money on its own?
Yeah, well, again, we're looking there's a lot of new innovation out there that just hasn't seen the light of day, or even looking at geothermal as an example, it's not cost effective right now. So there's a lot that is technology, a lot that's sustainably based, or, looking at net zero construction that doesn't have the money to grow. And so we are looking at our strategic partnerships as well with our fund and LPs, whether it's insurance, banking, developers, builders, you name it, to be a part of this, because this is something that can help their businesses thrive as well.
What's interesting as well is we have a situation unlike anyone else out there where we're in people's living rooms across the country in 80 plus million homes a year with our shows, and we get feedback, real-time feedback from all of our audience. Drew and I receive 500,000 messages a week each from fans saying, here's what I need at home. Here are the problems we're encountering. I wish there was a solution for that. In the same boat, we have technology companies, engineers who've created technologies reach out to us as a first step before they've even gone to look for funding because they have an idea. So we really get an inside scoop as to where trends are going when it comes to the home space. And we've had a lot of incredible partners as well who have brought us companies where they think they see the opportunity for us to amplify the message and the product that they have in a way that they couldn't do if they just went to the open market.
So Jonathan, on that point, and first of all, thank you for one of you shaving so I can tell you two apart. But Jonathan, on that point, when we talk about sort of what people are looking to do for their community, obviously, I'm sure affordable housing or more affordable housing is a big issue in a lot of markets, certainly out there in California where you guys are based here. Some of the ideas that you're expecting to generate, or maybe some of the ideas you've already gotten, are they targeting that as well? Is that something specific?
100%. So one of the companies that we've acquired is a company focused solely on ADU construction and multifamily construction to offset the housing crisis. What we see out there, and Drew and I are both the same. We're total data nerds. We dig in and we want to find out what's causing the problem and what's a realistic solution. Most of the offerings out there are total crap. Either the product is going to fall apart, they're overcharging, and a lot of communities really want to spend to find a solution for the housing crisis. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to dig in and find out what's going to be good for business, what's going to be good for communities, but ultimately what's what's going to actually solve the problem, because we've been waiting too long for someone to actually do something that's going to be effective.
Well, on that point,
you look here in California, one issue here is the cost, even if you're looking for housing trying to help people off the street, just a very basic small single room bedroom unit, the cost is over $800,000. That's something that we're cracking. The housing prices is a massive issue all across North America. And so that is one of our verticals to really strongly focus. And we have strong relationships, whether it's federal, state, or regional here, to help work on that specifically. So I'm excited, again, with this panelized system that can come into a new way of building your home at an affordable rate that's still a solid home. It's not something that feels cheap, thin walls. It's a real home, but it can bring that price point way down.
I am curious, then, Drew, on that point, and this is a broader question just about kind of the state of the home building market, home renovation market, if you will. We saw prices really get distorted because of the pandemic, prices for supplies, that is. Has that kind of right-sized itself? I mean, is it, I guess, more normalized than what we saw prior to the pandemic?
I guess it depends what you're looking at for your materials. In some ways it's normalized. Its timelines are the thing too. The timelines were ridiculous for, even just ordering windows. Our timeline was 10 times longer than what it used to take. It's not just that though, which, you're well aware, the cost of debt is so high as well. And it's so hard for a family to look at getting a home or renovating a home, because when you have expensive materials, long time delays, and you have expensive debt, it's just a losing recipe. So we're seeing
a lot of the delays coming from labor shortages as well. There's just too much work happening and not enough people that can sustain the workforce. So we're going to see, and we've already started to see, a real surge in the trades as well. People can come out of college and be making a six-figure salary right off the bat. And so I think that's a huge thing too, balancing the jobs out there with the technologies that are coming in to make life a little healthier at home.
Jonathan, what are the small things that people are starting to look for, the newer things? I mean, it used to be that the kitchen was all important, or that extra bathroom, or that rainforest shower. What are the next things that we will be wanting in our homes?
Yeah,
Romaine's laughing at me. Everyone likes a rainforest shower.
I guess. I don't know.
Rainforest or rainfall?
It reminds me of a rainforest without the bugs.
Technology is everything, but what we're noticing is there's going to be a real shift toward things like leak detection and AI-driven leak detection, because water is getting more expensive. The quality of air and water at home is going to be incredibly important, as well as homes are moving toward an electrified system. It's much more efficient, and the data that comes off of that as well can preemptively catch anything like an appliance breaking down, or something that could cause you a more expensive problem. So technologies like smart electrical panels, leak detection, these are all things that are really, really high on our radar, because they're actually going to help people in their budgets at home, but they're also going to make life easier.
And on top of that, for example, battery walls at home, solar is amazing, and people are shifting, and regulation is also making people shift away from gas. But if you don't have battery backup, you're really missing out on a lot of opportunity to offset your costs at home and protect your family. So there's so much to be excited about. I would definitely say that's another reason we're excited to start allocating funds from our fund.
Yeah, and this is a great idea, and I'm just looking through kind of all these materials and preparing for this, and I really wish you guys the best. I do kind of want to end on a lighter note. You were joking a little bit earlier, Drew, about the Michael Jordan property. I don't even know how many square feet that is.
32,000.
You can build a lot of affordable homes just out of that property. But I mean, for those of us who've watched you and seen you guys, tear up these homes and turn them into something better. How do you deal with a home that is constructed so specifically to one person's taste, and then have to put that home back on the market and make it, I guess, palatable to someone else, or to the masses, if you will?
It's the one thing we tell clients all the time. For 20 years working with clients, we've been saying the same thing. It's great if you have something you personally really love, but you always have to think as though you may have to sell this house. What if your family grows, you need a bigger home? Or what if your job transfers you to a different city? Always think of what if you had to move. So that secret man cave that you want, and the secret panel in your wall, or the basketball court in the basement. I always bug my friend Michael Bublé, because he dug out his basement and put in a full hockey rink in his basement. He will never see that value back again. But it's up to them. If somebody wants to possibly throw that money away, Michael Jordan makes enough to be able to be okay to walk away from a few million. It's a decision you have to make.
An easy way to remember is we always tell people, the more bold you go with an idea in design at home or in construction, the more bold you go, the faster it's going to go out of style.
Yeah.
And so just be prepared that you're going to have to spend on it again.
Yeah.
Wow.
A full basketball court in the basement is pretty bold.
Yeah, and absolutely.
Great wooden floors, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
But
love it.
I
Yeah,
guess if you have their kind of money, I guess it doesn't matter here. Why not put a hockey rink in your basement or a basketball court? Maybe one day I'll get there. Hey, thanks to both of you guys. Really appreciate you joining us. Drew and Jonathan Scott, of course, the co-founders of Scott Brothers Global, of course, HGTV stars as well.